Whatever play's called, that's the play we want to run. Every game's unique, every team's unique, every scheme's unique. So really, we're going to execute whatever play's called. So I love whatever play gets called. It doesn't matter, run, pass, anything.
How's the chemistry building gone with Jordan over these last few games?
It's been great. Love Jordan. I love the whole offensive line. That's a tight-knit room because we go through a lot. We're in meetings every day, practice, walk through individual everything. So, they've been great, helping me out and, being able to kind of really bond with those guys. It's been a great experience.
What's your comfort level been now versus the first time you got thrown in there?
Like anything with, the more you practice, the better you get at it. So, for me, it's one of those things that the more you do something, the more you get comfortable with it, and that's how I feel like it's going.
Having played center, does it kind of help you know where Jason is going to be at and communicate a little bit better, just the understanding of the role?
I think really a job of the offensive line is to know what everybody's doing, and I think we, all five of us up front have a good understanding of that. So I think that's a key part of playing offensive line, and it's definitely helped us execute.
What kind of challenges does the Chargers front throw at you? Obviously, opposed to a lot of people focus on him. But
the Chargers, they're a really good team up front. They got big guys. They got strong, athletic guys. I mean, it's the NFL. Everybody's like that. So, they present a lot of different looks up front. A lot of things we've got to be ready for.
Landon, how much has settling in helped you as far as, obviously versatility is great. You've played every interior position, but when you get to settle in during the week, how much does that help you?
Obviously, like I said earlier, the more you practice something, the more comfortable you get with it. So, the more you stick at one spot, the more comfortable you get. And, you want to be able to go at any position the coaches need you to go to at any time.
Well, you said early on, a couple of weeks, you didn't play up to your own standard. Do you feel like you have the last couple of weeks, or
what is your how high do you have your standards?
I mean, it'd be pointless to say I've arrived somewhere. I mean, I'm a rookie in the NFL. I've been doing all right by what I think and the coaches think I need to do. There's no point in getting satisfied because you get complacent. When you get complacent, you stop playing in the NFL.
When you look back to college, when you're very successful there, did you say, okay, I did pretty well here, or you've always been really difficult on yourself?
College is college. You got to close the yearbook at some point. So, I don't know.
I'm just trying to gauge if, you're too hard on yourself, or that's just your mentality.
Different people respond differently to different things. I'm one of those people. You shoot for the stars. If you hit the moon, you did pretty well. Always set the bar high. I mean,
did you watch any of Kelsey when you were in college? I know you guys are obviously not physically similar, but did you watch him in terms of learning the center position at all?
I did. I watched quite a few NFL centers because, everybody's got something that makes them unique and, good at what they do. He's got a lot of things that make him unique and a very good player. That's the reason he's been in this league so long.
What is it about him, once you get next to him or practice him, that maybe you don't realize watching film that you get playing alongside them, realize that maybe it's different than what you suppose, you thought?
I don't think people realize how much knowledge he has of the game. When he looks at defenses, coverages, the linemen's techniques, linebackers, every aspect of the defense. I don't think people understand how much he actually understands about the entire game of football and, how to, he's got a voice in, how we scheme things up and how we do things and, what he thinks is a good play to run to certain things and everything. And that's one thing that, you probably won't hear on a TV copy or see a whole lot, but he's extremely intellectual, especially when it comes to football.
Could you give an example of that, maybe like that someone with the naked eye, I probably couldn't figure out that what he's doing, or
well, now if I did that, then they would know what he thinks.
Well, maybe without giving away a scheme thing or something like that.
I mean, just knowing tendencies of what individual players like to do, what DCs, head coaches like to do, whoever's calling the defense, their history, knowing stuff like that, being able to pick out tendencies, knowing this is what this guy likes to go to in this situation.
Landon, since we're about halfway through, what would you say is maybe the MVP or the star on offense? Stand out to you?
I think this whole offense is working to get better every week. We all play a part in that. All 11 that are on the field.
All right, thanks. We're going to get TJ.
Yeah, I think that's tough. I think we got a lot of guys playing at a high level. You could go, Hargrave has been playing really well, and then the guy who really does it all for us, Avante. So I think those two guys have been really good from the start, and we're just kind of feeding off that energy for sure.
This past week seemed to be the first time that you were using almost every package. How do you think you responded?
Yeah, no, I think I did well. Obviously it's never as good, it's never as bad as you think after watching the tape, but no, it felt good just to be out there, being in a rhythm and just flying around. It felt really good.
How important is that rhythm, TJ? You get to be on the field more, get more of a flow for the game. How much helpful is that for you?
Yeah, obviously when you're out there more, you can kind of feel how the game's going and how they're blocking certain things. But whether you're out there for 5 plays in a row or you're in and out for 1 and come off in 2, you have to be ready to play at your best. So I think it helps, but at the end of the day, you got to get your job done no matter what.
Around this time last year, we had that big against the Cowboys. I feel like
I'm never one to look at it that way. I know that in my position, I think, people don't really know what to expect from me. So I love just proving that every single day, that showing them some things that maybe they didn't think I could do, or, just trying to be at my best. So I never say that something's mine, and I always know that if I'm not playing well, it won't be for long. So
how are you better now?
I think just confidence-wise, knowing that I can start and play at this level, and but at the end of the day, you got to get wins and you got to play good team defense. So whatever the coaches feel is best, that's what I'm for. So I think we've done a good job of keeping rotations strong and keeping people in the right spots. So we're just gonna keep rolling.
TJ, what are some of the things you feel you can do that maybe perception out there that maybe they're not your strengths?
Yeah, I think people look at my 40 time from 3 years ago and think, no way, he's gotten faster, so he probably can't cover, can't play in the pass, can't tackle in space. So I love all that stuff because I know it's things that I've worked on for a long time, and I don't think there's anything I can't do at the Mike linebacker spot. So I just do what I'm told, and the coaches have us in great spots for a reason, and we just keep going from there.
But we saw you do all of those things in training camp.
Yeah.
Why do you think it took this long to get to this point where you're a fictional lineman?
Yeah, we got a lot of good talent in the linebacker room, and coaches do a good job of trying to put people to the strengths that they think. And at the end of the day, we've been in really good spots all 8 games so far. So I trust in the process and trust kind of what they see for the scheme that week. And at the end of the day, we're all happy with a win and our roles at that time.
Have you literally gotten faster since then?
No doubt, 100%. 100%.
What kind of problems did
That's a good question. So they had me at like 4.7 or something at my pro day. I would like to think I'm a 4.6 guy for sure. But that's just me and my trainer in the off season, no doubt.
That millisecond makes a difference.
I think so. To you guys it does. So
More than just sports, though.
Yeah, no doubt. It's recognition.
How much better have you gotten in that aspect since then?
Yeah, it's a lot of just recognition, pattern reading, and honestly, experience helps a lot with that. Just seeing how things kind of work, and offensive schemes are, they're difficult to kind of, when you're coming in as a rookie, it's difficult to kind of all take in. But once you're comfortable in the defensive scheme, you're able to kind of pick out the patterns, and that's just learning from the guys that were here in front of me, and just taking the reps I'm getting every day and trying to put those in my head.
Speaking of that, the Chargers,
Yeah.
what kind of schemes, what kind of problems do they present? They're known for kind of getting the football to their backs
Yeah.
for a long time. What kind of problems do they present?
Yeah, I mean, obviously their skill positions are very talented, all around the ball. And then you have a quarterback who can make all the throws, and a running back in Eckler, and a guy who can make you miss and can also run through you. So we're gonna have to be, playing our best ball as usual, but just making sure that we got 11 hats to the ball at all times, because I think reading the patterns is one thing, but also getting them down short of the sticks is gonna be bigger.
I know you've played in cold weather pretty much your entire life,
Yeah.
but is there anything different you have to prepare for from September to October than from November to December?
It's football weather, man. This is the best time of year. No, I mean, I think maybe special teams wise, the ball's not going to fly as much, and teams might want to run the ball a little bit more. But these guys are pros for a reason, so cold weather's not going to really change up much, I don't think.
TJ, what's the best way to describe how players feel about Sirianni?
I think, coming in, he really laid down his foundation in terms of what he wants our rules and things to be. And from the start, when you have that, you know what the expectation is. I think there's times where you go into places and you're kind of unsure of what's needed from you and what your role is. And that's one thing that I loved going into the season. We sat down with our coaches and we talked about our roles and how we could affect the scheme and things like that. So I think just him coming in and being confident and telling us what exactly, kind of how he sees us going is huge, because when you don't really know the direction, it's tough to kind of find your place. So.
Is there something that you said, though, for the coaches trying to understand their personnel, and sometimes new coaching staff, it just takes a little while to figure out who should be where in what position?
Yeah, I mean, I think you get a good idea from camp, but I mean, to think that, they probably haven't seen a lot of your reps from the year before is probably untrue, because, they study that to kind of see how we can fit into those roles. So, but I think it's, obviously coming in, it's a feel out process, but we're so close with the connection with our coaches that we have a really good feel of how they see us fitting in things.
How about, you talked about weather, TJ. Obviously, you being from Wisconsin hasn't affected you. How about from an opponent standpoint? It's not that bad. Have you seen opponents come in and say, I don't want to play in this?
I mean, you see the cold weather gear come out, no doubt, but I haven't seen too much, drastic change or anything like that. But it's a really good team coming in here on Sunday, so we're going to be ready for just about anything they got.
Thanks.
So, how is the short background that you have with the Vikings helped you so far, kind of get yourself integrated into this defense?
Yeah, it's definitely made it a lot easier to, pick up the defense, get back used to things that I had already been doing in the past. A lot of the same concepts, coverage-wise, and even in the run game are similar. So terminology similar. So that's made it a lot easier to just be able to pick it up and go.
It seemed like you were a little more aggressive this past Sunday, and you kind of go out in the box. How do you think that played out?
Yeah, I felt good out there. I mean, I'm starting to get more comfortable the more reps I get. So, I'm just starting to play more free, not overthink out there, and just play with confidence. So, just got to keep it up. I mean, it's only one game. Consistency is key, and that's what I got to do. The mindset I have, I just got to keep getting better each day, and keep proving that I can handle those things.
How much did that first drive really help you blitz, like confidence-wise?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you start a game off and make a play early, it definitely helps you to just keep it rolling, going throughout the rest of the game. So that's key for me, is just starting fast.
JG, we were talking to him earlier in the week, and he said, you're playing winning football, so you're going to continue to play. What does that mean to you, that phrase, winning football?
I think it just means that I'm doing my job. That's a big key that everybody needs. The mindset we need to have is just each play I'm going to do my job, and when the play come, you got to make it. So that's the mindset I have. Every play I line up, plan on executing my assignment, and I just got to make the plays that come my way.
I think you played at Wyoming, but being a California guy, have you noticed anything about the difference between September and October and then November and December, at least when you're traveling to kind of a colder climate?
Yeah, you definitely feel the cold weather, but, like you said, going to Wyoming, pretty much got used to that up there. So, it's not really something that I worry about too much anymore, at least. Before high school days, I would have been a little more worried about that. But, after experiencing Wyoming, it's pretty much used to it now.
When you talk about this phrase playing free, what does that mean? What would we see that the players playing free as opposed to maybe not being quite there?
I think playing free, you're just playing fast. You're not worried about messing up, making mistakes. You're just going out there playing with confidence and just executing.
Can you tell when that's not quite there yet? I mean, get to that point? Is it just reps?
Yeah, I think it just comes with reps, you know, getting more comfortable, filling out your spots on the field, kind of getting into the flow of the game, things like that.
Did you, I know you came in kind of late when Jenk was here, but did you pick up anything from him in those few months that you're here with him in terms of how to play more in the box and kind of like that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's, you know, versatile guy, can do it all. I mean, so, you know, watching him, the way he plays in the box, and, you know, I think the biggest thing with him was his confidence and his mentality. Mentality, not only just knowing everything, knowing how to play each different, you know, position he's in, but mentality of, you know, if he's got to go play man, he's going to go play man. If he's going to go in the box, he's going to go in the box, and he's going to play physical and go try to make plays. So, you know, I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I've picked up from him.
How important is the chemistry thing? The circumstance, Rodney was still rehabbing at the beginning of the year. Anthony was banged up the past couple of weeks, so you're out there with different guys at times. How do you work? How important is the chemistry and how do you work?
Yeah, it's been very important, but I think, you know, having played with Rod in the past and having been with Ant in the past in Minnesota, you know, that's helped a lot. And then just how close we are off the field, you know, it's been real easy to just hop into the flow of things with either guy. You know, both guys are real similar, smart players, veterans, communicate well. So, you know, either guy that I'm with, it's real easy to just hop in and play with them.